I talk to kind people, you know. Um, uh, the lady with the pay for my groceries, I was talking to the girl behind the counter. Yeah, I wasn't talking to her. Well, she could listen because I talk about that what is right, but I wasn't talking to her. I was talking to the other girl. That's just she got mad because I was talking to the girl taking out the groceries. I don't talk to people that are mean. Yeah, no. I typically, I talk to kind people. A lot of people, that person's mean. No, they're not. They're kind. They just are mad. There's a difference between being mad and mean. Mean people, if they don't get their way, they're going to abuse the hell out of you to teach you a lesson. Mad people, I am sick and fucking tired of this lesson. Okay, do you understand? So I talked to the kiddo with the guns and the flag on the back of the shirt and all that stuff. Yeah, he wasn't mean. He's mad. Okay, he's tired of the bullshit. Okay, and my thing is don't stay mad because then you'll be mean. And understand that mean is being stopped by the people that okay, I'm sick of this bullshit, and they can stop it. Okay, and that's what's happening. You get a lot of people, this revitalize your liver, burn fat faster. I understand you. Understand what's happening. The best thing that I can use, I don't know about the rest of you, and I have to eat more of it, and I get yelled at. Amy tells me, Suzuki tells me, and Max and Emmy's mommy, you need vegetable kins, you need to eat, I need to eat more celery and carrots and things. So I cut them up and have those for lunch, and it works. It's better than colon blow from Saturday Night Live, Yeah, it really works. Um, uh, Certain things and stuff, yeah. I don't have a unusual body, but a lot of the things, they'll sit there. You shouldn't eat that. Well, I'm fine. I'm fine with what I eat and how I eat it. I know I'll probably be able to eat more things like spaghetti and stuff in about 6 months to 9 months because I'll process the food better because I've cleaned a lot of this stuff out. Yeah, my liver is uncomfortable, yes, from my vaccination. The vaccination put toxins in there that my body has trouble processing because my body kicks toxins out rapidly. Okay. And synthetic toxins and Earl's body do not get along well. Okay. It's hard for me to expel them. It's hard for me to get them out. It's a very painful process. Um, uh, medical, it's not a solution. It's just a solution is don't put poison in the body. Okay. Do you understand? It hurts when I do that. Don't do that. I don't drink alcohol because it gives me a headache. Okay. I don't drink alcohol because I'm self-righteous, pompous, and pious. I don't drink alcohol because it's not my body doesn't react to it well. If it didn't cause a lot of difficulties for my body, I might drink it periodically, but I just can't. Okay, it just does not work. Marijuana does not work for me real well either. Okay, but oh, my second wife, I love her so much, such a sweetheart. She knows the one thing that helps me the most is sexuality. And so, sexual, I have to remind my body alive and not let my prostate shut down. You get certain people, if you masturbate, the different strokes, lots of people are radically different. Have you ever seen that M. Night Shyamalan Imagination movie about Sam Jackson and Bruce Willis? Okay. Well, technically, I'd be more like Bruce Willis and less like Sam J. And Stephen Hawking's more like Samuel Jackson's character. Okay. And so, and I'm doopy doopy doo. Yeah, they think that. No, I've always been more intelligent than most people that try to engage me in conversation to prove that they're more intelligent than me. And it was Eugene and Shannon and what was the other little kiddo's name? Shannon. Yeah, she's cute. They're good kids. Eugene was just a, a, a stout, healthy, spiritual man. You know, he loves people, and he doesn't like people to be abused. And that's the type of person you want as a friend. You know, you can just feel when you have someone like that. You just know. He goes, "Do I know you?" I say, "Yeah, you do." I told him, I look like people from the Bible, and the Bible takes place a lot where your people are from, and we both migrated away, and now, we're having similar conversations that our relatives have had many times before in the past. And that's just genetics. And then it turns out they're studying biology. Wow, isn't that cool? So it's, yeah, I tell you, when I connect to the soul and we talk about things, it it reflects the beauty of them, and that's a beautiful thing, and I just love people so much, and you got to understand that. And one thing I noticed today, when you get certain people, like my wife Amy used to talk about, he's too good looking for her, or stuff like that. If you feel like that's the case, a lot of people like to be in relationships that they feel they're in control. Well, they don't like, you can't say like, they want to be in control. So when they have a relationship, they get in a relationship that they feel they have control over. Okay? And so they'd rather be in a relationship with the girl who's just like my ma, instead of Night Trainer. What did the boxing champion call Dorothy Dandridge's character? So, because when you're in love with a beautiful woman, it's hard. Everybody wants her. Everybody, and I'm the type of, you can have her. I don't want her. She's not faithful. She came up to me and said, "You're everything I've been looking for. An all-day sucker that will believe everything you say." Get the fuck out of here, right? So, and I'm like that a lot. I ain't trying to hear that. Fuck that shit, right? And people are like, "What?" And most of the time, women that are like mega popular, hot, don't show an interest in me. Edna was absolutely gorgeous. Miriam was very beautiful. She looked like Miriam Cologne with a fly girl body. She was cute, okay, but she was abused when she was young, and she was, she was very guarded. And she, if looks could kill, she rotted your balls off every time she looked at you. She didn't trust you. God dang it, what did I do to you, you mean bitch? That's how, first time we met. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, what? Because she gave me the dirtiest look of all. Oh, he thinks he's so cute and so charming. I know his type. Those Latin guys. I'm like, first of all, I'm not Latin. Everybody just assumes I'm Latin. But you assume I was Latin, but I'm not Latin. You assume I didn't speak English, but I do speak English. Okay. Like on Rush Hour with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. But so, but I talk to people, when I talk to people, it's a spiritual thing. It's not a I want something from you thing. It's what can I get from you? How can we obtain this objective? How can we correct the technology? It's not like that. It's, when you feel hope and kindness and love in people, I talk to them, or distress for wanting hope and kindness and stuff. So, but it's a connection. Okay. Other people, some people I just know. I've talked to that person 18 times, and it was 17 times too many, right? So I've had that. Earl, did you say that, Mr. Parsons? Yeah. I had one person I worked with in Wyoming, this lady, I just couldn't get her to like me. And I worried about it for 3 days, and it was 3 days too long. And they were all like, did he just say that? Because everybody always thinks, oh, he's such a Pollyanna. He's such a weak. I'm not. I'm just very kind and considerate. And I'm very empathetic. And then I'll try. And then if it doesn't work, it's like, hey, man, that's your fucking problem, not mine. Right? And so you get people to try to understand what you're talking about, and they selfish people assume that you're selfish too, and what you're saying is trying to manipulate them to accept your selfishness over their selfishness. That's how selfish people are. And I'm like, what? And for unselfish people, that's really hard it takes a while to understand that, right? You're just trying to play me. No, I'm not, you asshole. Like me and Pancha got into that when I was in Colville. One day I came home and all the kids, it was like last day of school thing, having a good time. Everybody's having fun, And I came home and hi, Pancha, how are you? And she goes, you just want some of my no-bake cookies. I don't want any for your fucking cookies. I got really mad. because I was having a great day. No, it was like boom, doo, 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 doo. I had a triple double. It was a good day. Didn't have to use my 9, right? And I get home and she does that to me, and I'm like, I'm not going to pay for your fucking groceries. But I was like, no, I was just saying, how are you? Because I just wanted to know how you were doing. I didn't want anything from you. You got to really evaluate your friends. If your friends are only nice to you when they want something. My sister Val used to do that a lot too. She'd be nice to you. What the fuck does she want? Right? And then she used to, oh man, when she got mad when Dad said she couldn't hit anymore. I still remember it like it was yesterday. Val used to, I have spots on my arms, okay, where when I sit out in the sun that are white, okay, because chunks of skin were taken out of my flesh. One half is the Natrona County High School JV basketball team, and the other is Valerie, Valerie James. She used to sit there and she would grab, if I didn't do what she wanted, she'd grab me by my forearms and she would stick her nails in and squeeze and start digging in and pulling the flesh out with her fingernails. And Dad wouldn't allow me to hit her because I couldn't hit girls. So finally I had to tell him, I had to show him, look, Dad, this is what Val does to you if you don't do what she wants you to do. She stopped. Yeah, it lasted about a month or whatever because I was like, what the hell do I do? So finally I had to go just tell Dad, this is what Val's doing because you said if anybody's going to hit anybody, it's around me around here. So she just did a loophole. She's not hitting me. She's ripping the skin off my arms with her fingernails. And then there was that day in Colville when Foncho was hiding under the dining room table. Because we clean the house. I clean the top house and they clean the bottom of the house, which is the same size, right? But Mom and Dad are a lot neater than the girls are. But then I went down and cleaned the one room that had the empty, unfinished room because it had all my train and slot car stuff because we used to play Dukes of Hazzard in there, me and my friends. So I went and cleaned all that stuff up, cleaned up that, and did this. And then finally she said, well, the last of it is you have to go empty all the trash. I said, I did empty all the trash. She goes, I want you to go all the trash. That's your job. I said, no, it is not my job to empty the trash can in your bedroom or your bathroom. That's your guys' job. No, your job is empty the trash. It says so. It's like, yeah, the kitchen trash. And, I'm not emptying the trash in your room. And she got mad. She goes, so finally, she sat there and I told her, Val, leave me alone. And so she sat there and finally she bugged me and harassed me. And so finally I said, fuck it. I went down and I got her trash cans. Well, she had this little copper can that was really neat looking for her garbage can. I took everybody else's empties and she said, where's my garbage can? I punted it. I drop kicked it down the hill. I was mad. I'd had enough of her. So I took it. It had a big dent in it. It was copper. It was nice. She went down and got it back. She was mad. And I was like, Val, you need to leave me alone because you pushed it too far. Then she went to get me and grab me and stuff. And I pushed her off of me. I didn't hit her. Like, Dad, you don't hit her, right? So I just pushed her off. I said I didn't realize, she went back and she bruised her back. She broke the handle on the fridge. Coming after me like that. So she got mad. She goes, I can't beat him up and claw him anymore. So she reaches into the cabinet, pulls out Mom's watermelon knife and Aunt Nana's Japanese cleaver and comes after me with it. And I was like, you're fucking crazy. And I ran out the front door and went and locked myself in the international pickup truck. And the neighbors were watching and she's standing outside and I rolled up the windows and I'm laughing at her, right? Going, hey, how's it going? Yeah. And she's standing outside of it screaming at me with a butcher knife, with watermelon knife and a Japanese cleaver. And the neighbors are like, that bitch is crazy. And Poncho the whole time is telling Karina at school, and now she's chasing him down. He just drop kicked her garbage can down the road. Just giving the whole play-by-play to Karina on the phone, hiding under the dining room table. It was hilarious. I remember it like it was yesterday. Yeah, I was like, whoa. I was like, nope. I'm the type of person, I get to that point. My mom used to say that to Yolanda. Yolanda said, but I'm different than my dad or my son. My son and my dad have this much patience. I have about that much. Right? And Yolanda said, I can get him to do anything I want. I used to think that was his father. But once he's hit that point, Ralph's going and he's never coming back. Ralph's going and he's not going to come back and ask you to be his friend. He's going to do the right thing. And if you benefit from it, good, but we ain't friends. You know what I'm saying? If you can live the Lord's Prayer, good for you. If you're not going to help me, we ain't never been friends. Okay, guys, I love you very much, all right? Peace out.